Hello students, you are welcome in the Shardabai Pawar Mahila Mahavidyalaya in 7th lecture number 7 of a chapter of chemical thermodynamics. In the last lecture, we have seen concept of maximum work followed by maximum work done during reversible isothermal process. There we have studied one expression for Wmax, that is expression for maximum work done during reversible isothermal process, and we are arrived up to the expression Wmax is equal to minus 2.303 nRT log to the base 10 of V2 upon V1, final volume upon initial volume. And according to Boyle's law, that V2 upon V1 can be replaced by P1 upon P2, initial pressure upon final pressure, and the expression become Wmax is equal to minus 2.303 nRT log to the base 10 of P1 upon P2. And in this lecture, we are supposed to complete internal energy, concept of internal energy, then first law of thermodynamics, and then different type of processes and the first law of thermodynamics. So let us see it one by one. The first point is internal energy. We know that each and every system is associated with certain quantity of energy. There are various forms of energy associated with the system. Every system has a certain quantity of kinetic energy and potential energy. The summation of kinetic energy and potential energy associated with the system is known as internal energy. Summation of kinetic and potential energy associated with the system is known as internal energy. See here also two forms of energy I have indicated in that slide also. How change in internal energy take place in the system, that is important point over here. How internal energy of system increases or how it decreases. We have seen while studying the work done also, whenever compression take place, whenever the volume of system decreases, compression take place, it is known as positive work. Work of compression is positive, that is the work done by surrounding to system. And why that is considered as positive work plus W? Because energy of system increases and energy is capacity to do work. Energy is a capacity to do work. By compression, energy of the system increases. On the other hand, if we study the expansion, what happens? Volume of system increases. That is the work done by system to surrounding, and that is negative work, minus W. Why that is minus W? Because during expansion, volume of system increases, volume of surrounding decreases, system increases and surrounding decreases. As the volume of system increases, rate of collision of gas molecule decreases and therefore internal energy decreases. So you got it. How internal energy increases and decreases, that I have told you. During compression, internal energy increases, therefore work done is positive. During expansion, internal energy decreases and work done is negative. Whenever compression take place, there is either work done by surrounding to system or even heat can also be absorbed. By absorption of heat or by doing the work of compression, internal energy increases, and by loss of heat or by doing the work done by system to surrounding, internal energy decreases. Change in internal energy is the difference between internal energy in final state and internal energy in the initial state. U1 is internal energy in initial state, U2 is internal energy in the final state, and delta U is change in internal energy, that is a state function. We have studied pressure, volume, temperature and internal energy. 4 state functions we have studied. Internal energy is a state function. To calculate its value in individual step of the system is difficult. Therefore, always change in internal energy can be studied, and that change in internal energy is the difference between internal energy in final state of system and internal energy in the initial state of system, that is change in internal energy. Now the next point is first law of thermodynamics. The chemical thermodynamics chapter is main study. It is the chapter where there is a main point of first law of thermodynamics. At the start also I have told you law of conservation of energy is the first law of thermodynamics, that is energy can neither be created nor destroyed. Just one form of energy is converted into another form of energy, and the total quantity of energy remain constant because it is conserved. Therefore, that is the law of conservation of energy. In the similar manner, there are some more statements of first law of thermodynamics. So let us see it one by one. Energy of first statement, energy of universe always remain constant. What is universe? We have studied. Universe is nothing but system plus surrounding. System and its surrounding gives the universe. And the energy of universe always remain constant. Why? Because if there is loss of energy by system, absorption of energy by the surrounding, so energy of system decreases, energy of surrounding increases. Or if there is energy absorbed by system, there is loss by the surrounding. So there also the summation of energy of system and surrounding remain constant, and system plus surrounding is nothing but the universe. Summation of system and surrounding is nothing but universe. Therefore, energy of universe always remain constant. Total energy of an isolated system is constant. We have studied 3 types of systems: open, closed and isolated. In open system, there is exchange of both energy as well as matter take place. Energy changing for open system. In closed system, there is exchange of energy take place, but matter remain constant. Matter is not exchanged. Matter remain constant. And in isolated type of system, it is the system where there is neither exchange of energy nor exchange of matter take place. Both energy as well as matter remain constant, and that is the statement: total internal energy of an isolated system remain constant. This statement is the statement of law of conservation of energy, that is energy is neither created nor destroyed and can only be converted from one form to another form. One form of energy is just converted into another form of energy, and total quantity of energy remain constant. And one more statement: total energy of system and surrounding, which I have explained here also, that is universe, always remain constant. Summation of energy of system and surrounding remain constant. These are the theoretical statements of first law of thermodynamics. Now see mathematical statement also. This is the mathematical statement of first law of thermodynamics. Suppose system has initial internal energy U1. Initial internal energy is U1. How it is increased? Suppose we have this system and this system has a certain quantity of internal energy is equal to U1. Whenever this system is heated, what happen due to heating? Its energy is increased, means plus Q, heat is absorbed. Internal energy increases. Again, internal energy increases by what manner? It is increasing by work of expansion or work of compression. I have told you. Internal energy increases by work of compression, and work of compression is positive work or negative work? Positive work. So plus W, and it is there. Initial internal energy U1 get increased whenever heat is absorbed by the system, get increased whenever work is done on the system by surrounding, and this summation is nothing but the internal energy in final state of system U2. Then U2 minus U1, final internal energy minus initial, taking U1 on left side, is equal to Q plus W. This is known as delta U. That delta U is change in internal energy is equal to Q plus W. Therefore, this is the first law of thermodynamics, mathematical statement of first law of thermodynamics. Now see here, important thing. Q, heat absorbed by the system, is a path function. We have studied that is a path function. Similarly, work done is also a path function. Both Q and W are path functions, but their summation delta U is state function. Change in internal energy is state function. And for small change, this is for a big change, delta. If there is infinitesimal change, small change, this equation instead of delta written as du is equal to dq plus dw, small fractions. Small fraction of change in internal energy, small fraction of heat, small fraction of work done. So du is equal to dq plus dw is the first law of thermodynamics for infinitesimal change. This is the mathematical statement of first law of thermodynamics. Now here we have to study first law of thermodynamics and different type of processes. Let us see it one by one. Isothermal process and first law of thermodynamics. What is meant by isothermal process? Isothermal process is the process which is carried out at constant temperature. The processes carried out at constant temperature are known as isothermal processes. For isothermal processes, change in temperature is 0, delta T is equal to 0. And we have studied temperature directly affects the magnitude of internal energy. Why delta T is 0? Because initial temperature T1 is equal to final temperature T2. Therefore, their difference delta T is equal to T2 minus T1. It is equal to 0. If this is 200, this is also 200. If this is 300, this is also 300. So change in temperature is 0. Temperature is not 0. Change in temperature is 0. Delta T is equal to 0. And temperature directly affects the magnitude of internal energy. Therefore, temperature increases, internal energy increases. Temperature decreases, internal energy decreases. Therefore, delta U is also equal to 0. And we know the equation for first law. Just now we have studied delta U is equal to Q plus W. This delta U is 0. So, 0 is equal to Q plus W. Or W is equal to minus Q. W is equal to minus Q. Now, interpretation is important. Interpretation. Plus W equal to minus Q. Plus W means work done by surrounding to system. And minus Q means heat is lost. So, during isothermal change, whenever heat is lost, work is done by surrounding to system. or work is done by surrounding to system at the cost of loss of heat is the relation between first law of thermodynamics and different type of processes for isothermal process. Now the second process, here we have completed first one. Now see the second process, adiabatic process. We know adiabatic processes are the processes which are carried out at constant heat. Heat is constant, means Q is equal to 0. This is equation for first law, delta U is equal to Q plus W. Q is 0. So what is the part remaining? Delta U is equal to plus W. Plus delta U plus W. See, plus delta U is equal to plus W means minus delta U is equal to minus W. Both side positive sign or both side negative sign. Interpretation. How it is interpreted? Whenever internal energy increases, work done also increases, that is work of compression. So work of compression is obtained on a system at the cost of increase in internal energy. Compression take place, internal energy increases, or here expansion take place, internal energy decreases. That is the adiabatic process and first law of thermodynamics. Third type of process is isochoric process. The processes which are carried out at constant volume. Volume in initial state of system and volume in the final state of system is same. Therefore delta V is 0 because V1 will be equal to V2. Initial volume is equal to final volume. Therefore delta V change in volume is equal to 0. Delta V is equal to 0. This is equation for first law of thermodynamics. Delta U is equal to Q plus W. W is minus P delta V. This delta V is 0. Therefore remaining part is just this total part become 0. 0 multiplied by pressure 0. So delta U is equal to Q. That is at constant volume. So whenever heat is absorbed at constant volume, internal energy of the system increases. Plus delta U plus QV. Heat is absorbed at constant volume, increases the internal energy of system. And see one more process, it is the isobaric process, which is carried out at constant pressure. The processes which are carried out at constant pressure, where P1 is equal to P2, initial state pressure is equal to final state pressure. So pressure is constant, nothing change in equation take place. So delta U is equal to Q at constant pressure minus P delta V. QP, this part I have taken on left side become plus into minus, that will be, see this negative sign is neglected here, just it become plus because this part I have taken on the left side. Minus become plus. So QP is equal to delta U plus P external into delta V. Heat absorbed at constant pressure is divided into two parts. One part used for increase in internal energy and second part used for work of compression, because that is the positive sign. So it is there about the 4 different type of processes and first law of thermodynamics. In the next lecture we will start with the enthalpy and enthalpy change, one more new state function. Thank you.